Welcome to the Dreamwinds EAL Spotlight featuring Lori Burns of Horseability.
Hello, everyone. It's Tracy Evans here from Dreamwinds Equine-Assisted Learning Center in Bradford, Ontario, and I'm excited to be bringing you another grad spotlight today featuring one of our graduates of our EAL certification program, Lori Burns. And Lori Burns runs wonderful programs under the banner of Horseability. So welcome, Lori. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me, Tracy.
It's great to have you here. So tell us about the amazing programs you're running at Horseability and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, we run programs, equine-assisted learning programs, of course, and they range we work with all different clients. We're just located 5 minutes from North Bay at North Star Acres, and our programs are a 12-week program, which we can shorten or lengthen. And we do tailor our programs to meet our clients. We work with a diverse range of clients that range from people with developmental delays, people who've been through sexual trauma, trauma through occupational trauma, occupational stress injuries, which are PTSIs, and complex PTSIs. We work with people doing leadership and personal development, people dealing with grief and loss also. So our programs are quite diverse, so we do customize each of our programs to meet wonderful needs. We also do workshops. We've done self-discovery workshops. We've done fun things like yoga with the horses and on snowshoes, and we try to make it really interesting and bring a lot of value to our clients.
Oh, that's amazing. It also extends your season, I guess, because I know it can get quite cold up in North Bay. That's
yes,
awesome.
It can. We're really lucky this year. We had a really good year.
Oh, that's nice. That's excellent. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself and what got you into equine-assisted learning.
Well, I grew up riding, and from the time probably that I knew what a horse was, I loved horses. I was just horse crazy growing up. So my career was corporate facility planning, and I had a corporate facility planning firm in Toronto for quite a while. It was great. I loved my work. I worked really hard. It was successful, and it was really busy, high stress, but I just loved it. I thrived on it. I'm really happy that I got that background because it's helped me with this business. I moved north. My husband and I moved north, back to North Bay, where our families are from. And my corporate facility planning firm changed a little bit because the projects weren't as large here. Right. There's still awesome projects. It just morphed a little bit. I continued to work in Toronto as well. A friend of mine discovered that equine-assisted learning was a career, and she told me about it, and we did our training together, which was phenomenal. It just changed my life. I've always wanted to do a career, have a career, do something where I felt like I was actually helping people. When I was doing my facility planning, I was helping people by planning the environments in which they lived and spent so much of their time and days. So I felt like I was contributing to people's lives in that way, but this is a completely different way of helping people through the horses. The horses are the teachers, and they're just amazing. They're magical, and what they do for people is incredible.
And especially in the types of programs you're running, who are people who have dealt with trauma and such, it's a real healing opportunity for them as well. Wonderful. Wonderful. So do you have a favorite story or a particular EAL story that you'd like to share that kind of resonates with what you are focused on now?
Well, I have so many stories. One that pops into mind is, if you wouldn't mind, I'll just tell two quickly. One is, I worked with a young boy of about 10 years old a couple of summers ago who has developmental delays. Initially, he could only work with one of my minis for about 2 minutes at a time. That was his attention span, or that's what he could handle. After about 5 or 6 sessions, he was working with the mini for about 10 minutes. And his grandmother shared with me that he was beginning to speak more. He was going from nonverbal to being more verbal. It was a really amazing transformation in that short amount of time. So it just shows how even in 5 or 6 lessons with a horse or sessions with a horse, even if they're short, the horses can have an amazing effect on somebody. And then another one is well, just a general story about how my clients, the feedback that I get. I've had feedback many times from people that are attending talk therapy as well as coming to work with the horses, and talk therapy is wonderful as well. Sometimes people may not have an easy time doing the talk therapy. It may not resonate with them as much as something that's more experiential, like working with the horses. So I've received feedback that sometimes people feel that working with the horses has helped them immensely. So it's wonderful, and that's sort of a general that I've feedback that I've had from numerous people that have been through different trauma, like sexual trauma, trauma through work, different things like that.
Well, I think as well, I often draw a comparison between what we do and therapy, being that, when someone's in therapy, they're diving into that trauma, whereas we're moving them forward, right? We're moving them forward with the horse, helping them learn new skills, coping mechanisms, and it becomes a little bit more positive flowing versus trying to get underneath what happened. So very complementary, I think. And
I agree.
sure, yeah, and I'm sure the work you're doing is really supporting that.
Yes, I agree. And what I love about our programs is that it develops the life skills, as well as having the opportunity to work with a horse that is so intuitive and gives so much amazing feedback. It's all part of our program, but it's completely different from anything else that's available.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just about to ask you, what do you love most about working in the field?
Oh, I love being with the horses. I love working with each and every client. It doesn't really feel like work. It's just, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Getting the positive feedback from people. Sometimes people may be hard to read, but as a facilitator, just let them have their experience and learn by experience. And often some people, when I'm doing groups, say for example, group workshops, sometimes people that are more quiet come out at the end saying how much of a difference it made or how much they really enjoyed it. And sometimes I'll see feedback on my social media, and just it's just pretty amazing.
I often find sometimes when I have really little kids in the program, they're so quiet to start with, and then all of a sudden they find their voice, and it's quite remarkable. Yes. Very fun. Anything else you'd like to share before we wrap up today on some of the programs you have upcoming or plans that you have for the summer?
Well, we have some workshops happening. We're working with Nipissing University with the nursing program. It's been put on hold with the virus right now, but we're doing workshops with that. We're potentially going to be part of a study also with Nipissing University. Looking at how equine-assisted learning, the effects it has on people that have been through sexual trauma, and documenting that. We have other programs that are planned, so many other programs. So we're just waiting, and we're going to hit the ground running, using this time to get all the business things done and get the business plan, following up with that. And we'll be continuing to work with. We work with some community groups also, people with developmental delays, and we have ongoing programs and throughout the summer with those groups. We're also working with another sexual assault center, and so we have a lot of things happening. So
I'm sure there'll be lots of people waiting to get that support when our quarantine time is over, as we are recording this in April of 2020 during the COVID-19 crisis, but still building strong plans, and we'll all be here ready when people are ready to come back together. And I'm sure there'll be extra ready for some social interaction.
I agree, and some fun with the horses.
Absolutely, yeah.
Relieve some stress and just be out and be with the horses.
That's right. It's going to be an excellent opportunity for people, for sure. Well, I want to thank you so much, Lori. It's been a real pleasure to speak with you. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, but I'm so thrilled to have you share your business and your passion, and I'm very excited for what's to come for you this summer and fall, and wish you every success through this difficult time. But sounds like you've got getting all your ducks in a row, and we'll come out swinging when we're ready, which is great to hear. So I wish you all the very best, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will talk to you soon. Take care.
Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
You too.